Hey there, Social Security warriors. Breaking news just dropped that could put an extra $700 in your pocket this month. That's right, millions of Americans on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI are about to see some serious changes to their payments. I've got all the details on these urgent updates that no one else is talking about. Are you getting your fair share? Stay with me to find out exactly who qualifies, when these payments hit accounts, and the critical steps you need to take right now to ensure you don't miss out. Before we dive in, if you're serious about protecting your benefits and staying ahead of these constant Social Security changes, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I post urgent updates daily that you won't hear about anywhere else, and my subscribers regularly tell me they've secured hundreds or even thousands in additional benefits just from following the advice on this channel. Let's get straight to the biggest news. These new $700 supplemental payments are rolling out across multiple states as part of an emergency assistance program targeting Social Security recipients. The Treasury Department, working alongside the SSA, has earmarked significant funding specifically aimed at providing relief for those most affected by the recent economic challenges. What makes this particularly important is that these are separate from your regular monthly benefits, meaning this is additional money on top of what you're already receiving. Now you might be wondering, do I qualify for this payment? That's the question on everyone's mind. The primary qualification factors include your current benefit status, income thresholds, and residence location. Beneficiaries of SSI, SSDI, and standard Social Security retirement who fall below certain income thresholds are the primary targets for these supplemental payments. The federal government has recognized that inflation has hit fixed income recipients hardest, and these payments are designed specifically as a targeted response. But here's what most people are missing: these payments aren't automatic for everyone who qualifies. In some cases, you need to verify your information through the SSA portal or contact your local office directly. Have you checked your eligibility status yet? Many recipients assume they'll automatically receive any additional benefits they qualify for, but that's simply not always the case with these supplemental programs. I've been fielding questions from viewers all week about whether these payments are taxable. The good news is that they're being structured as emergency assistance, which means most recipients won't face additional tax burdens from these supplemental funds. This was a major concern for many of you who reached out, and I'm happy to report this positive clarification from Treasury officials. Beyond these immediate payments, there are significant structural changes coming to Social Security that you absolutely need to understand. The cost of living adjustment formula is undergoing its most substantial revision in decades. How will this affect your monthly benefits going forward? The new calculation method places greater emphasis on expenses commonly faced by seniors and disabled Americans, including healthcare costs and housing, which historically have risen faster than general inflation. This represents a major victory for advocacy groups who've been pushing for a more realistic COLA calculation for years. Have you noticed how previous adjustments never seem to keep pace with your actual rising expenses? This reformed approach aims to address that long-standing complaint, potentially resulting in more generous annual increases beginning with the next adjustment period. Another major change involves the income reporting requirements for SSI recipients. The SSA has simplified the process, reducing paperwork burdens and implementing a more flexible approach to income fluctuations. This means less stress about reporting every small change in income and fewer instances where benefits are reduced due to temporary income increases. Isn't it about time they made this process less complicated? For those of you on SSI, this could mean more stable monthly payments and less anxiety about triggering unintentional overpayments. Speaking of overpayments, the SSA has also announced a comprehensive review of their collection practices following widespread criticism and congressional pressure. Many of you have shared horror stories about suddenly receiving notices demanding repayment of thousands of dollars due to SSA errors. The new guidelines establish clearer limits on how and when the agency can recoup alleged overpayments, especially for vulnerable beneficiaries with limited resources. Have you received an overpayment notice? You now have expanded rights to appeal and request waivers under these revised policies. For SSDI recipients specifically, there's encouraging news regarding the substantial gainful activity thresholds. The SSA has increased these limits, allowing beneficiaries to earn more through part-time work without endangering their disability benefits. This policy shift acknowledges that many disabled Americans can and want to work to some capacity, and removes some of the financial disincentives that previously existed. Could this change allow you to take on some additional work hours without losing your essential benefits? Now let's talk about the application process improvements that are being implemented. Anyone who's applied for Social Security benefits knows how frustratingly complex and time-consuming it can be. The new streamlined application systems include expanded online capabilities, reduced documentation requirements, and faster processing times, for those applying for SSDI especially, who often face excruciating waits for approval. This could mean getting benefits months earlier than under the previous system. I'm also seeing important changes to how the SSA handles appeals and reconsiderations. They've added staff specifically dedicated to expediting appeals, with particular attention to hardship cases. Have you been waiting on an appeal decision? These new procedures could significantly reduce your wait time and improve your chances of a favorable outcome. What about those of you receiving survivor's benefits? There are new provisions expanding eligibility in certain circumstances, particularly for surviving divorced spouses and dependent family members. The criteria for establishing dependency have been clarified, potentially qualifying some individuals who previously didn't meet the strict definitions under old guidelines. Now, I know many of you are concerned about the long-term solvency of the Social Security Trust Fund. The latest projections indicate that without legislative action, the fund could face shortfalls in the coming decade. However, there are several proposals gaining bipartisan support that would extend solvency without cutting benefits for current recipients. Are your representatives supporting these responsible approaches to preserving Social Security? This is why staying informed and making your voice heard is so critical. For those of you approaching retirement age but not yet collecting benefits, the SSA has enhanced their planning tools to help you maximize your lifetime benefits. The updated calculators provide more accurate projections based on your specific work history and expected retirement timeline. Have you reevaluated your claiming strategy recently? Even small adjustments to your claiming age can translate to tens of thousands of dollars in additional lifetime benefits. Some of the most impactful changes affect how Social Security interfaces with Medicare. The agencies have improved coordination, streamlining enrollment processes and creating more seamless transitions between programs. This means less confusion, fewer coverage gaps, and reduced administrative burdens for beneficiaries managing both programs simultaneously. I've saved one of the most important updates for last: significant improvements to the representative payee program. For those unfamiliar, this program assigns someone to manage benefits for recipients who need assistance handling their finances. New oversight measures have been implemented to prevent misuse of funds and ensure that vulnerable beneficiaries are properly served by their representatives. Do you know someone who might benefit from these strengthened protections? This could be crucial information for families supporting elderly or disabled loved ones. As we wrap up today's urgent update, remember that staying informed about these changes isn't just about being in the know, it's about protecting your financial security. These programs represent lifelines for millions of Americans, and understanding how to navigate them effectively can make an enormous difference in your quality of life. Have you found this information helpful? Let me know in the comments below what topics you'd like me to cover in future videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to ensure you never miss these critical updates that could directly impact your benefits and financial security. I'm committed to bringing you the most accurate, timely information on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI changes as they happen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video with more breaking Social Security news you can't have.